Hi, welcome to the Tea Cottage. Come on in.
On the way to your brother's house.
Hello, welcome to the first video email, and this is day one. So on the first day, one of the things that I wanted to do was just talk about some of the most frequently asked questions that I get in emails or by phone, just by different customers. The question I get the most would be, what is the difference as far as with preparations, different ways to prepare the herbs? What should I use for what things? Like, why would I take a tincture over a tea, or what would I drink a tea for versus using an essential oil? So since I offer a vast plethora of options, I guess you could say, through my company, I believe in all forms of herbal preparations, and I use them for different things. And so here's my short version answer of what I use the different things for. So for dried herbs, fresh herbs, teas, and decoctions and things like that, I use those most frequently for maintenance or preparation, prevention, things like that. Long term, little bit each day over long term, kind of maintaining health or preventing illness, or in preparation for something coming up like building blood because you know you're going to have surgery soon, or helping tone the uterus before childbirth. Things like that is what I would use those for on a daily basis, for chronic things. Things like that. And then I would use essential oils and tinctures for things you need symptom relief quickly. So if you want a quick and rapid response, I would be using essential oils and tinctures for things like that. So if I just ate a meal and I'm feeling kind of just like something's not sitting well, or that I just have some abdominal discomfort, I'm going to use peppermint essential oil, and I'm going to put that on my stomach, or sometimes even just smelling it aromatically. Peppermint, lemon, and wild orange. My daughter, who gets frequent stomach aches, she smells those, and it completely reduces her nausea. And so that's one way that you can use essential oils without even using any of the oil out of the bottle, but just smelling the bottle. It's a frugal oil user tip. So those oils and tinctures I use for quick, rapid relief from symptom or something you're wanting a noticeably quick reaction. The other thing that I use different things for is if I'm needing something to affect me on an emotional level or a nervine level. So say I'm stressed or have anxiety or some kind of emotional depression, things like that. I'm kind of in a funk kind of a thing. For those, I use teas or essential oils. And the reason that I do those two is because the actual action of drinking it or massaging it on in a carrier oil, those actions complement the herbal properties. So say I'm just feeling a little bit frantic in the morning, I'm going to drink a warm cup of Tranquility tea, and I'm also going to use my my favorite oil. Hold on, I've got a little boy coming in because he's having an issue. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Actually, that was an example of when I would use an immediate thing for oil, because my son just came in crying because he got a bug bite on his foot while we were outside, and I quickly put some lavender oil on it, and he's back playing. So anyway, that is an example of what I would use that for. So But as I was saying, with an emotional issue, I turn to teas and oils because of the actual action of drinking the tea and smelling it, and drinking something warm and calming. The action actually helps intensify the herbal properties of calming and things like that. So the same with if I'm in it, my regimen is if I wake up in a funk, I put Balance essential oil on the back of my neck, and I massage Balance oil behind my ears, on the back of my neck, and on the bottom of my feet. And then I drink a cup of Tranquility. And that just kind of helps ground me, get me refocused and ready for the day. And it's just a nice ritual too that my body responds to, because I do it often when I'm stressed, and it knows that then I'm calm afterwards, and it just is helpful. So those are the reasons. And you can use any of the herbal preparations for anything. You don't have to just use teas and dried herbs and decoctions and things for management or chronic issues, or any of the things that I just explained. They can cross. You can use essential oils for those things, or you can use teas for symptom treatment immediately. Peppermint tea or ginger tea is great for a stomach ache too. Those are just my go-to, what I think of immediately for why you would use one over another. So those are just my suggestions, but any way of preparing the herbs is going to be beneficial, because you're still going to get all of the great properties of them. So that, I hope, answers my most frequently asked question. And yes, I'm shooting these outside, so there are bugs flying around me, and you're hearing my kids play, and hopefully that's okay, and it won't detract from the information that you get through these videos. But the other question that I'm asked pretty frequently is what herbs are the most multi-use? So if I can only stock my medicine cabinet with 3 herbs, what would they be? Kind of questions. So this is especially helpful for people who are on a budget and are trying to build their medicine cabinet a little bit at a time. And I understand, because I've done that myself. And so that is really what this class is for. Over the next 10 days, I'm going to give you my top 10 herbs, my favorite 10 herbs. And the reason that I've picked them is because they're the most variable. They can be used for the most uses and in the greatest manner of ways. So they're the most applicable, usable herbs that there are. And that is why I picked those 10. And so I guess my answer to that one is you're going to find out. And stay tuned and make sure you open each day's email over the next 14 days. I'm going to be sending you emails. This first one's just kind of an introduction and frequently asked questions. And then if you look below this video, I'm going to have information on how to use herbs and essential oils and teas and all of those things so that you feel prepared and ready. And then tomorrow we're going to start day 1 of my top herbs, and we're going to start with lavender. So look forward to tomorrow's video and information for you. Then we'll have 10 days of my top 10 herbs. Then we're going to recap on the 11th day, and then I'm going to throw in some fun stuff for the last 2 days. So different preparations and things, and look forward to a recipe every day using the herb featured. My daughter is really wanting to talk to me, so I'm going to wrap things up. I will see you tomorrow.